Fursuit maintenance. G'day furballs, so obviously I'm not in fursuit and there's a reason for that. This week's Furvlog I actually wanted to focus on an interesting topic that I thought needed to be brought to life. Now if you've come to this video to watch how to clean your fursuit and wash your fursuit, I'm sorry, this is more about maintaining your fursuit, but I am doing a future video where it's going to be focusing on washing your fursuit because Engel is probably getting close to the need of having a proper wash and being cleaned, because I have worn her quite a fair bit, especially in YouTube videos, especially with the heat in Australia that we've had. I have been sweating. The head will probably need the most washing. The legs not so much because I've only worn them twice so far. But if you recently watched my video that was the Gospel Japanese Gardens and everything that went on there, yes, Engel did get a little bit dirty. There was a lot of fun. I stayed in fursuit almost all day, besides a few breaks in and out, and you do sweat a lot. So Engel's in massive need of a little TLC, so I thought I'd show you guys how to actually take care and maintain your fursuit the proper way. So let's get started. So despite the mess on my bed, you guys can see, here's a massive bag that I've got with everything in it. You can see that the fur's a little bit matty, especially if we bring Engel's head up here. You can see that she needs a lot of work. Well, not so much not a lot of work, just, you know, a lot of TLC, as I said, especially on her head area and the ears. I don't want the fur to get matted, and I want it to stay nice and soft. But the head is going to be one of the biggest focuses, because yesterday I was sweating so much inside of this thing that the inside is probably going to need, you know, a lot of work. And you can probably actually see where parts of my foundation come off, because stupid me thought it was a really great idea to wear makeup beneath my fursuit. But before we get onto everything here, I'm going to talk to you guys about the equipment that you're going to need. And there's only two things, so we're coming back to this point of view. Now I know I would have usually put a little warning ahead for you guys, you know, human alert, but I'm not. So I do apologise if you expected me to be in fursuit. Hopefully there's not going to be any problems with that. Anyway, as I said, you will need some equipment. Now you only need two simple things for this, because it's just some TLC love and care, as well as some idea places to store your fursuit. And the main basic thing that I'm going to be using today is, of course, a slicker brush. You can see that I've already used it yesterday. I'm going to be taking that fur out. You can get these at like cheap shops almost anywhere for like $2 to $10. I do recommend getting the $10 one, not the expensive super dollar, you know, $20 odd. Considering we're in Australia, it's $20 odd. Because, you know, that is a little bit extravagant when you can just grab it for $2 or so, and it's just going to be better than the expensive one. So you're going to need a slicker brush, and you're also going to need a spray bottle. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, wait, hold on, why are you using a spray bottle? The important thing about using a spray bottle is that you're going to be spraying a little bit of water, or not like, you know, spray, and it's going to sort of help bring out any sort of debris or dirt. It's going to sort of help out the fur as well. Not only that, but if it's in an area where you've been sweating quite a fair bit, it's sort of going to help take out a lot of the salt from your sweat. So I am going to slowly pull Engel out of her little neat, tidy bag and show you guys how I am going to maintain Engel's fursuit. So I'm going to be starting on the head mainly, and I'm going to be like doing this all on my bed because it's like the most easy space to do it. Now I like to always keep Engel's hair really nice and soft looking. Of course when you fursuit, people are going to do this, so there's a possible chance of some matting going on. What I'm going to do is take the spray bottle here, just make sure that it works properly. Okay, yeah, we're working fine. Yep, okay, that went on my laptop. Note to self, always make sure that your spray bottle is going to be spraying normal, because there's a possible chance someone may actually take the spray bottle and put it on the wrong setting. That's not going to be okay. So we're doing a little bit of spraying. We're not going to be putting too much on there, just enough to sort of help smooth things out. Slicker brush, hair. It's probably going to be a little bit naughty. There is some grass I'm getting out as well. But don't mind that that lovely little spray ball. And you're probably going to want to do this for quite some time. And I should also say at this particular point of time, while I can, there's this particular way you need to hold your slicker brush. Holding it up like this and going like this is a lot better, because when you do this, it's not going to pull. And you're going to probably pull out way too much fur. It is also very important, while I have you guys, before I start doing any like speed ups on this, that you make sure you're not going to have, I lost what I was going to say. Something very important with something that's going to come back to me in the next couple of seconds. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Always make sure that you do brush your fursuit no matter what, whether it's, you know, TLC, after or before going to a convention, because you want to look very nice and pretty in your fursuit. You don't want any loose fluff flying off you, and that's like one of the big important things. The other big thing here is that, guys, please always go with the flow of the fur. Don't go against the fur, because that's just not going to end very well. You'll also probably note that around the neck areas where you get the most mats and that, it will be the area that you really need to sort of flush out, because when you look at Engel, she looks a lot nicer on this side because her hair is nice and it's not matting up or anything, and this side's all like rough and raggedy. So always keep that in mind. Presentation is best. No one likes a stinky fursuit, because stinky is not okay. Why do I do these weird accents? I don't even know. And there we go. Engel is looking a lot better than what she probably did before. But, and the important thing is that brushing it does actually make the fur a lot softer, in case people have been giving it noogies. But you guys are probably going to be questioning how to clean inside of the fur. Now, usually you do that with washing. But I'm going to do a little touch up of some water in here. And you may want to get like a rag or something, which I'm going to do in the next couple of minutes. But I'm going to just skip that part. But, you know, you're going to sweat a lot, and most of your sweat's going to go on the front area like here. So just remember that, and also you can always get some interesting and cool, like fursuit perfume, I believe it is, to wash your fursuit. So, don't forget, no one likes a stinky fursuit, okay? Just saying, guys. Now, before I go on with any other part of a fursuit, which is probably going to be basically the same, and I'm just gonna, like, you know, completely speed all that up. The other thing is that if you do wash your fursuit, you're gonna be needing to do this a couple of times when it's drying, to sort of help the hair, the foam, everything, just sort of the hair. I mean the foam. I mean the fur. Now, if you guys do know, I actually saved the tail for last because it's a floor dragger. What that means is there's going to be a part of an area that's going to get really, really dirty, like here with Engel's tail. It's very dirty, it's got a lot of dust. This you may have to end up washing. What I will probably end up doing is just giving it a quick brush over, and that'll help try and get everything out of it. If I can't get what I want out of it, I will probably give it a very good wash, which may take up to like 5 or so days to actually dry out. But again, same thing. I'm just gonna like basically mist over everything like this. This is misting. You're not really spraying directly onto it. It's like what you would do, or a hairdresser would do. But I'm not going to show you this part because it's going to take me like a very long time to clean everything up. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly what to do, and then next minute I will be showing you the after look of it all, and teaching you guys what you should do when it comes to storing your fursuit. So Engel is now finally clean. It did take a fair bit to actually clean the tail. That's why I didn't want to like continue doing it on this video, because you guys get very, very bored watching for like 20 odd minutes that's been sped up of me cleaning the tail. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. But of course I said I would talk a little bit about where to store your fursuit. Now, behind me in my closet, which usually I have a very nice rainbow pastel background set up, which I don't at the moment because I just didn't want to do it. I just thought, you know what, I'll do this because I'm mainly going to be focusing on my bed. But behind me, there's actually the box that Engel actually came inside. I did keep it because it's really amazing, it was adorable, but it comes handy for storing. Now, you can store your fursuit in basically the big, giant, clear, see-through plastic tub things. Like, I don't know where you can get ones to fit your whole entire fursuit inside of, but you can get like couples of them and like, you know, put pieces of your fursuit inside. Just don't crumple them in. And you can do that. Just gonna give Engel a little brush over here. Anyway, the reason I'm saying this is because when I was out yesterday, which was when we had the Gosford get together thing, why do I not English when I need to English? One of my friends actually was talking to me about fursuits. He's a big furry fan, and he mentioned about how, you know, sometimes when he's up brushing a fursuit, you know, mucking around with them, he'll notice that sometimes the fur is like either matted, or it's like, you know, got like that bit of dust in it, that's where it's stuck all together. So it's very important to always clean your fursuit and maintain it. If you're going to leave it sitting out, make sure it's only going to be out for like a day or two. You don't want dust collecting on it because dust can harden after a very long time. But you should always be cleaning your fursuit. I'm still getting fluff that's like flying around onto poor Engel here. But it's very important to always take care of your fursuit. And I've only had Engel for a couple of months. This is the first real proper big cleanup she's had. I did actually find a stain that was like off a little fruit from, or lolly maybe, I don't know. It was a stain on the actual tail. But I actually managed to clean that off by just using the mister here. And that does make a difference when you do start using that rather than just a brush. It helps clean the fursuit, it helps actually take out any dirt and sweat that's inside or outside of it. If you do want to get more extravagant into the whole, you want to wash your fursuit, you can do that. But for like little TLC maintenance care, this is what you need to do. I know a lot of furries will be like, oh, why should I do that when, you know, I go out and people are going to brush it up and, you know, mess it up and all that. The reason for it is because when people brush up for it, like, you know, on Engel's hair, a lot of people did do that yesterday. It didn't make it go hard or anything. As you guys can see, it's really nice, it's really fluffy, it's clean. So the important thing is, like, you know, you always clean it, because if people roughen up your fur, which a lot of people will do, trust me, kids especially, you're gonna end up getting over time like matters building up, and the fur is just gonna become so useless that you'll either have to shave it off and refurbish it or get a whole new fursuit. And trust me, you want to take care of your fursuit if it costs you a lot of money. So I hope this has been really informational for you guys. I do apologize for not being in suit, but don't worry, Engel's here. I'm sure you'll all be pleased to see her familiar face. I hope this has been really informational for a lot of you guys out there that have fursuits, that have been wanting to know how you actually maintain your fursuit. This is how I do it. There's going to be a lot of people with different opinions on this. Some people say, no, don't use the slicker brush like that, use it like this way. There's going to be people that say, oh, you know, I wouldn't use the mister bottle or the spray bottle, you know, blah, blah, blah. I just find it easy to do it this way for a little TLC and maintain Engel's appearance. If she does get to the point where she does start, you know, matting up and stinking and all that, like, I will wash her. Basically, you want to wash your fursuit once a year, or at least twice a year, depending on how often you're wearing your fursuit and how much you sweat inside of your fursuit, which is obviously going to be a lot, so I don't know why I would say that, but you know. But, again, thank you guys for watching. I hope it's been informational for you all, and I do hope to see you all in the next fur vlog, which is going to be a very interesting fur vlog, because I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic next week. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you all in it. Bye. Yeah, that was totally a boop at the end, but like it just didn't work out well. Oh well.